Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
That's good. Should we wait a few minutes? Okay, so I'm super excited to be taking tonight's call. I'm a little bit nervous, so please bear with me. I've got my notes here though, so we should be all good. So tonight's call is all about the key to duplication. So I've got a couple of amazing ladies helping me with the training, which is exciting, and then two other people sharing their story. But first we're going to start off with recognition. So first I want to recognise Annie Schaefer. So she enrolled her 12th person this week and created an international consultant. So well done, Annie. Colleen Tucker for sending 5 messages per day and committing to doing that. Nina Finn for qualifying for ISA Derby. Rosanna for also hustling for ISA Derby this week. Larissa Bennett for hitting consultant. Daniela Sprague for sharing You Share, They Share with confidence this week. Gabriella Sprague for stepping out of her comfort zone tonight and sharing her story. So you guys will hear from her a little bit later. Lee for hitting 16 cycles this week. That's such goals. That's his biggest week ever. So well done, Lee. Sarah for hitting 1-star director. Nikki, Nicole and Alicia for having another launch party and getting an enrollment this week. I always love seeing your launch party pics. It always looks so amazing. Michelle Feibig for having a sip and sample this week. Sean Redmond for his first enrollment. And Kate Erickson for committing to getting her ISA Uni ticket this week. So I'm going to kick off tonight's training and I'm going to be going over the new setup call script. So Greg and I workshopped this script last week and we had a lot of success using it. So Greg's going to be loading it onto our Team Free training. If you just go under the 5-star service and click on setup call script, it's all going to be loaded there for you guys. So basically, why this script is so amazing is it's going to save you so much time and it's really going to place a lot of focus around getting your customers paid. So at the end of the day, they're going to stay on the system if they're eating for free, and it's our job to help that happen for them. So all you guys really need to do now is just follow this script every single time you do a setup call, and it's going to be duplicatable for your businesses, and it's really going to get them excited about getting paid and earning that $820. So what I thought I'll do, I've got the script here and I'm just going to role play it out for you guys with myself. So, so that, yeah, you can hear it, but it's all going to be in the training anyway. So basically what you need to do before your setup call is you need to contact your cleanser, whether it's the morning of or whatever you like, and just confirm with them that they've done steps 1 to 4 of the link from the welcome message. So all you need to say is, hey, Susan, really excited to do your setup call today. Please remember to do steps 1 through to 4 of the link I sent you before we chat, can't wait. And she'll go in and she'll do the links. And what this means is before you even jump on the call, she's going to have watched the How to Do a Shake Day video. She's going to have watched the Cleanse Day video. She's going to have downloaded the ISA Life app, and she's going to have watched her back office tour already, which is going to save you so much time. So we'll go to the call. So you've got Susan on the line. First, you obviously welcome her to the call. So thank you so much for jumping on the call. I'm super excited for you to start your journey. So how did you go? Have you completed steps 1, 2, and 3 ready for today's call like I spoke to you about? She'll say, yes, I have. So you say, okay, great. So just want to confirm with you, you've downloaded the ISA Life app. She'll say, yes. And then you say, amazing. So you've watched the Shake and Cleanse Day video. She'll say, yes. And then you say, okay, great. And then finally, you've watched your back office tour video. So she'll say yes. So then all you need to say is, so do you realize in the back office tour, we talk about the 16-week IsaBody challenge, the healthy mind and body, and also your auto ship and how you have full control of your own ordering system. If you'd like to contact Isagenix at any time, the number is in the top right-hand corner of your back office. It's a 1300 number. Can you see it there? So she will say yes. And then you say, okay, great. So do you have any questions for me so far that I can help you with? So then she will ask you any questions that she has so far, and you can clarify all of that for her.
Hey, Chloe.
Yep.
Sorry to interrupt for a second. Hey, guys, it's actually been uploaded onto our team training. So what I'd love to do is if you guys could literally go and find it now, spend 1 minute, and then have it on your phone so that like Chloe, when she's going through this, you guys are actually going through this with her. Because I think it's one thing that we explain it, but it's another thing to show you how to find it. So have you all gone to Team Free on the pinned post? If you go into the pinned post, it's under the 5-star service. So I'm going to quickly show you. I'm just going to quickly share my screen. Sorry about this, Chloe. I'll be 1 sec. So we go into our back office, into our team business page, and we go to our pinned post, see more. And as you can see here, we've got 5-star service link, and we've also got how to build a business link there as well. So what we want to do is click on 5-star service. And it's step 5, set up call with support person. So you click on that, and then you've got your setup call script there, okay? So Chloe's literally just going through this at the moment, and I'm gonna let her go with it now. But if you guys can find that and have it on your phone, what it'll do is help you find where the training is, and then help you guide your team to it. So anyway, I'll mute out. You guys know where to find it now. So Chloe, go for it.
Okay. I can't remember where I was up to. Yeah. Okay, so you just clarify any questions that they might have, and then you check if they've taken their measurements and uploaded their photo into the 16-week challenge yet. So this is going to get them really excited about it, and it's going to make sure that they have entered before they've even started their journey, because everybody wants that $200 worth of free product. So continuing with the script, you'll just say, so I'm not sure if you're aware, but the competition is free, and just for completing it and filling out a short essay on your journey, you're actually going to receive $200 worth of free product and merchandise. And if you happen to smash your before and after, the top prize winner will receive $10,000 cash. Most people in our team enter and receive that prize money as a minimum. So they'll be super excited about that. They'll commit to entering already if they haven't. And then this is the part that I'm really excited about, because I used to really struggle with sharing with people how to get their products for free. So all you need to say next is, word for word, would it be okay with you if I show you how to get your products for free? So I feel 90% of people, if you're really excited about it, are going to say yes. So when they respond yes, you just have to say, okay, amazing, go and grab a pen and paper. I'm going to show you how it works. And you're going to draw out the you share, they share script, and they're going to actually draw it out with you. If they say no, that they're not interested, you're going to still draw it out for them. So you're going to say, no worries, I totally understand. However, I'm obliged to share with you, and I need to practice anyway. So go and grab a pen and paper, and I'm going to practice, and we're going to draw it out quickly together. So regardless of whether they want to or they don't want to, they're going to hear about the $820 and how amazing it is. And it's kind of going to plant the seed in their head. So once you've gone through it with them, when they're interested, you just say, so are you interested in me helping you with the next step to earn this money? they'll obviously say yes. So you say, okay, amazing. What we're going to do is do a Facebook curiosity post tonight at 8 o'clock. I'm going to send you the template for you, and we can just tweak it so it sounds like you. And you're going to post it to your page with a pretty picture or a selfie or a quote or something like that, a before and after if they want to. I'm also going to send you the response. So when your inbox starts getting flooded with girls wanting to do this with you, you know exactly what to respond to them. And this is going to mean that they feel confident and comfortable because they're going to know how to respond to their friends as well. So then you're going to take them quickly through the next steps. So you're just going to say to them, I want you to make a list of 10 friends as well who might want to do this with you, who might want more energy, might want to earn more money, lose some weight, etc. And we're going to message them together. I'm going to help you. I'm going to send you the templates using our text message system, and I'll show you how easy it is. And we're going to do it together, and I'm going to help you earn that $820 I just spoke to you about. I'm super excited for you. Let's do it together. And that's it. That's just your call, and that's how easy it is. And I did that last week with 3 girls, and I've got 3 girls with curiosity posts up. I've got 3 girls writing out lists and texting their friends, which is really exciting and really simple. So does anyone have any questions about that so far? Did that all make sense? Okay, amazing. So we're going to have Tim Hawken now share his 30-second story. So Tim is a community nurse and football coach from Bendigo who's always on the go. Tim, if you could just unmute yourself and you can share your story.
Thanks, Chloe. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Righto. Just quickly, I was one of those really sceptical sort of people, but after 8 months of observing all the transformations of everyone that was on it, on the Healthy Living page, it sort of was enough to convince me to give 30 days a go. Before ISA, I was training 4 to 5 times a week, but I wasn't 100% happy with, I guess, how my body looked, even though I trained hard. Everyone said I was fit. Poor sleep. I sort of woke up, 4 or 5 o'clock every morning, but woke up really lethargic and like I'd been hit by a sledgehammer. Energy, probably lacking a bit of energy, stress, exhausted, all that sort of stuff. So over the last, trying to think where I am, sorry about that. Over the last, year and a half, I've had a heap of people trying to get me to try ISA, I'll be honest. But it was up like I knew Briggs, and I handed it to her. She just kept in touch, asked me every few months or weeks how I was going. I really should try it. So I decided to do it. And what's happened since I've been on it, firstly, with just the body transformation, I've now got, muscle definition, leaner, which is what I was wanting to achieve. I couldn't do that through exercise. I'm sorry, I'll just try to read this. Written too small. Sleeping better. So wake up now, probably, 5 or 6 still, but a lot more energy. Training better. So obviously getting better results. And I guess the Isogenic program, just how easy it is, how simple. It's not hard for me to have 2 shakes a day. I never had breakfast. I was one of those nurses that get up and have a coffee, and, that's not really a good way to start the day. So now I have a shake in the morning, and obviously I'm getting all the nutrients and vitamins, minerals, all that sort of stuff into my body. And as a result, people are commenting I'm looking better. I look younger, which is a good compliment. Good for the ego to hear everyone telling you how good you look. Starts with friends, family, workmates, and now, like when you train, you go to the gym, people that haven't seen you for 2 or 3 months just sort of can't believe how you're looking. And I've been going 14 weeks, so I'm 2 weeks away from my first ISA challenge, body challenge, and really looking forward to, what could happen in the next 2 weeks, obviously with a bit of hard work and commitment. So I hope that makes sense, Chloe. As I said, I've gone totally off the script. But anyway, fire away any questions if you want. Yeah.
No, that was amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. I know it really throws you out of your comfort zone speaking on these calls, but you did amazing, and keep going. 2 weeks left of your challenge, so we're all here to support you, and that was amazing. So thank you so much for sharing. Next up, we have got training with the very beautiful Jo Saliba, who is going to take us through getting people paid. So just a little bit about Jo first. Jo has been using these products for a year. She had an incredible transformation in terms of her energy and mental clarity. She began sharing in October. So Jo is a full-time investment manager at Superfund. So like most of us, she builds this part-time in the pockets of her spare time. She's doing amazing and she's glowing. So take it away, Jojo. You can unmute yourself.
Thanks, Chloe. Thanks for that introduction, and hi, everyone. I'm here today to talk through the next item that's under your 5-star customer service tab. So I guess in the same way, it'd be great if you had this up on your phone, so as I talk it through, you can follow as you go along. So it's step 6, how to help your customer get paid. So if you'll click on that, I'd be interested, hands up, who have already been through this section of the Team Free training. And keep your hand up if you've already been through it with one of your cleansers or prospective sharers, business builders. Great, Beck and Tanya, Chloe, there's a bunch of you. So some of you already know the steps, but I'm going to go through them for those of you that haven't. So there are 7 steps in total. The first one is to really understand and to help your sharer understand the fast track to executive. And under this step, there is a video with Kathy Coover, and this is 15 minutes long. It's really great, and it just gives the highlights of what are the key steps in the progression, moving through the ranks from consultant to manager to director to executive. It also outlines all of the bonuses and the cycles that you can achieve in that process. So the next step under there is to print out this map to Crystal Executive. So I encourage your sharers to do that so they can put it up somewhere they really understand, because once you understand the power of, you know, this map and how to progress through the ranks, it really will help your sharer or business builder to get to their goals. So the idea is to display it so that you've got that checklist of where you need to get through. So then the next part of that is the next step is then to write down 10 friends. So you probably just heard now, part of the previous step under sharing is to write down the list of 10 friends. So you may have already done this with your business builder or sharer. It's also part of your new member checklist. So it's important that you coach your business builder sharer how to do this. And the checklist that's in this training gives you some tips and hints to help your sharer go through these steps, like who do they know, you know, who do they see at the gym, at the club, the cleaners, who do they know that wants to lose weight. And so it just gives them much more support in, you know, jogging their memory and being able to think of friends, because as you know, you start with 10, then you do another 10 and another 10. So this is really helpful in getting this list done. And then the next step, step 3 of Everyone Starts Here, is contacting these friends. So helping your sharers to get in touch with their friends and really get them active. So there are 3 elements to this step. The first is the text message system. And has anyone used this system already with their sharers? A couple of you. I suggest that you also try it with, if you haven't used it already, I suggest you try it with your upline. One evening, Greg helped me to sort of work through it, and just make sure that when you're helping your sharers with this text messaging system, that you really know how it works, you know the kinds of questions that might come up. So I'd encourage you all to do that. The next element is the Curiosity Facebook post, and Chloe's already mentioned that, but there's some more. There's another example of a Facebook post there in this link, and so your sharer will be able to create their own. The next step is called simple verbiage, to ask people to take a look at Isagenix. This is really great. It's a 5-minute audio recording of Leon Hagedorn. And the key message in this recording is really that your sharers don't need to know everything. And it's like when you started and you didn't need to know everything, you just needed to get your sharers on a call with your upline, with yourself. So it's a really good way that you can make sure they know that they don't have to know everything, that their main goal is to get their prospects on the phone with you. Step 4, handling objections. This is gold. Again, if you're not using this already, you need to be. This is created by Greg and Rachel to really provide, foolproof response when, your sharer might come up with objections. And it's all based on the approach of feel, felt, found. And this is really helpful. It presents the 10 most common objectives, and it's so valuable in really helping you get through and shift people on those objections. So that brings us to step 5, follow-up. And you all know how important the follow-up is. And I think, Tim mentioned in his piece just before that Anu followed up with him a number of times, and it's important that the people that you're sharing with understand that most people won't say yes the first time, but it doesn't mean that it's a no, it means not now. And so it's important that your prospective sharers have a system to follow up, and that's what this part of the training provides. Step 6 is getting everyone on a 3-way call. And there's a step that shows you exactly how you actually physically with your phone get people on a 3-way call. And then the second item is how to edify and introduce your mentor. And the key element in this step is really to ensure that when your sharer brings you or somebody else in your upline onto the call, that you're presenting them as someone with experience, with authority, and someone that can really give them the information that they need. And so that's really the key things about getting that 3-way call set up. And then finally, under step 7 is the 8 why questions. And this again is important for your prospective sharer to be able to have a more in-depth conversation with their prospective customers. And the idea about the 8 why questions is to really dig a bit deeper, understand what's driving them, what do they ultimately want to achieve, try and get them to feel, to visualize, how they'll be when they achieve their goals, because the more connected they are with the goals, the more likely they are to stay with the program, the easier they are to coach, because your prospective sharer can just bring them back to the ultimate why and keep coaching them along to achieve that goal. So that's just a bit of a summary, and I hope you were able to follow and step through all of those steps in the tool with me as I went through it. So thank you.
Thanks, Jo. That was amazing. Okay, Gabriella Sprague is going to share her 30-second story. Babe, you can unmute yourself and take it away.
All right, cool. I'm going to just get started because I don't actually really like talking in front of people. So All right, so I started using Isagenix when I was 15, so about 4 years ago now. I started using it because my parents were using it and they got amazing results and thought it would be great for me to use it because I was aspiring to be a professional tennis player at the time. Before I started using it, I was overweight for an athlete. Like, I wasn't overweight, but for an athlete I would wake up after gym sessions really sore, and I'd be sore for days, sometimes weeks, and I would struggle to get up in the morning. Like, training as much as I did, I was wrecked all the time. And then after 60 days, I didn't lose that much fat because I was working out quite a bit, and I was building muscle quite quickly. But I dropped my body fat percentage from 25 to 26% to 18%. And I also found it like really convenient. Like, I was traveling a lot, so rather than eating McDonald's in the middle of Thailand because you don't know what to eat, I was able to eat really, really healthy and really good, which was great. Now I've stopped playing. I'm at university, and I'm just focusing more on the business side than anything else. My biggest paycheck from Isagenix is $450 at the moment. Which isn't bad for a 19-year-old's on the side business. And like, I believe that everyone should feel great, and that not only can you enjoy your job, but also just like really enjoy what you're doing. You know, I think it's great that Isagenix gives you that ability to do that.
That was amazing. Gabriella, you're such an inspiration, and I know that was not easy for you to jump on here and share your story. So well done. Everyone's so proud of you, and I could see Rosanna up there. So proud of you as well. So well done. Okay, so next up we have Tanya Fong, who's going to take us through the 30-day contact checkpoints. Now, can I just say before she starts that I had a few hiccups with who was going to be doing the third training piece, and I had 2 last-minute cancellations. Called Tanya at 4:15 this afternoon, desperate for some help, and she agreed to do this for me at such short notice. So thank you so much, Tanya. A little bit about Tanya first. So she's lost 7 kgs since Feb. All of her health issues are sorted. She's feeling amazing. So her and her husband have caught the vision. They've got a passion to help as many people as possible, and have already started growing their business, which is amazing. So take it away, Tanya. You can unmute.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me all right, Chloe?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Thanks for the introduction. And if it looks like I'm in bed, I am. I have 3 noisy children, so I'm hiding away in my bed. And I've got my little timekeeper beside me. So tonight I'm going to take you through the last step, which is step number 7 of the 5-star customer service. And that is the 30-day contact checkpoints. So this point here, these steps are really important because this is where you get to bond with your customer, and this is where you get to build rapport. So the way you do it is between days 1 and 5, you want to do a check-in with them. So you want to give them a call, you want to send them a Facebook message, you want to make sure that they're feeling supported, you want to engage them in relevant posts on the Healthy Living Cleanse support page, and you want to answer any questions that they have. You always want to ask them questions that will have positive responses back to you. So you might say something like, what are you loving the most about the Isagenix system? Or just what are you loving about the system? So that's between days 1 and 5. So the more times you can contact them, the more they're going to feel supported over that time. The next check-in point is going to be around day 6. You're going to make a phone call to them, and we've got a bit of an example here of what you can say. So you might say, hey Chloe, what are you loving so far? And the customer might say, my clothes are fitting better, I have more energy, or I'm sleeping soundly, etc. So you've got some examples there. You'll then say, that's exciting. Now guess what? As long as you trust the process, it only gets better from here. Now tell me, Chloe, who are 2 friends that you know for sure who would like to have better sleep, more energy, and their clothes fitting in just 6 days like you have as well? And the customer's going to give you a couple of names. You're then going to say, great, why don't we do this? We have a very simple text message that you could send them in order to see if they would be open to looking at some information and having me help them get started just like I did with you. Remember the other day I mentioned when they get started, you are going to receive anywhere between $150 to $450. How cool is that? The customer's going to say, yeah, that sounds awesome. So you're going to say, Chloe, I'm going to text you the message so that you can be on the receiving end. This way you can see how simple the process is and how casual the conversation is. Are you ready? Then you get a chance to send the text message through. And you'll be able to see the steps there if you're following through with me now with the text message of what it says that you can say. If they're not ready with that, then you can say that's fine. You can just let them know that you'll be touching base with them again and calling them around day 14. So you don't have to pressure anyone to send that text message. That's just if they're ready to do it. Your next check-in with them is going to be around day 14. So you're going to contact your customer. You're going to check in on their progress and the results up until day 14. So basically at this stage, you're going to want them to do a weigh-in. You're going to want them to measure and also have some pictures as well. You're going to congratulate them, provide them support and encouragement on their achievements. And if your customer hasn't noticed any changes, you can revisit their goals and look for subtle changes that may not be obvious to them. So again, just a great chance for you to check in with your customer, continue to build that relationship. Also on day 14, because we love to celebrate our customers on their success, we're going to recognise them for their efforts, and this also inspires their friends and family to join them. So we're going to do a short phrase about their testimony. We're going to join their before and after photo together in a collage, and we're going to post that to the Healthy Living Cleanse support page. Also, you can pop on your own personal Facebook page. This is a great opportunity for you to celebrate your customers' results on your own page and to start to build up some interest there. And you can also encourage your customer to put it on their own Facebook page. So we want to encourage each person to teach your customer how to post their own results to their own page and document their progress as they go. We've always got to make sure that we get the customer's permission to always post to social media. And remember that if we're posting weight loss and time frame, we've got to make sure that we have the weight loss disclaimer underneath, and that's got it all on there for you. The next check-in point is at day 20. So day 20, we want to make sure that we've got the auto ship all sorted for them. So the auto ship is a convenient service to have your favourite products automatically sent to you each month. You can change the product and or shipping date at any time to meet your needs. And you've got a couple of links there that you can go into where it's got the IsaLife app. So you can show your customer that. You've also got managing your auto ship via your website and your back office as well. Again, day 20, not only making sure their auto ship's all ready to go, that they're happy with the products that they want to order next time, but again, continuing to build that relationship. Last check-in point on this training system is day 30. So we're at the final 30 days now. We want to contact our customer, checking in on their progress and the results of their day 30 weigh-in, measure and pictures. Again, we want to congratulate them just like we did on day 14, provide them any support and encouragement in their achievements. If for any chance your customer hasn't noticed any changes, then you need to look at revisiting their goals, maybe talk to your upline and look for subtle changes that may not be obvious to them. Again, we want to celebrate their success. We want to either write a short phrase about their testimony on the Healthy Living page like we did on day 14, or we want to encourage them to get on the Healthy Living page and do that themselves. So they can also post on their personal Facebook page, just like they did on day 14, and we encourage them to do that. So we want to teach them how to do that. So just really important over that first 30 days. We all know, especially with the first week, how hard it is. And the more support we get from the team, the more we're likely to stay, and the more you're going to be able to encourage others to want to build the business just like you have. So that's me.
Thanks, Tanya.
Thanks, Chloe.
That was so good, and thank you so much for doing that. You're an angel, and it's such short notice. That was amazing. Before I hand it over to Rach and Greg, I actually forgot, because I was so nervous at the start. In the recognitions, Kylie did her first power post on Facebook tonight, which is really exciting. She's lost 11 kgs so far. So she's absolutely crushing it. So she's ready to start sharing. First power post tonight. So proud of you. Sorry that I forgot to put it in. But yeah, I think I'll hand over to Rach and Greg now. They've got a couple of things they want to go over with us.
Chloe, you're amazing. Well done. Let's give it up for Chloe.
Well done,
So
Chloe.
good. And Joe and Tanya and Tim and Gabriella, well done. Thank you for sharing your stories. It's so inspiring to hear everyone, because it's so different, isn't it? Everyone's story is so different and so powerful. Before we move on, I actually want to hear Kylie's story. Does everyone else want to hear Kylie's story?
And the other thing is we need to say to Brooke.
Oh, we're going to get to that in a minute. Let's just talk about Kylie first. Kylie, I know I'm putting you on the spot, but it doesn't matter how it comes out. I just want to hear your story.
Okay, so basically it was probably mid last year. I had Chloe on Facebook, but we hadn't seen each other for years. She kept putting up these posts about nutritional cleansing, and I was like, I bet you she's doing Isagenix. And I went stalking her page to try and find out if she was doing it, but I couldn't work it out. So I reached out to her. She's like, yeah, I am. We met up for coffee. It took me a few months to, I guess, start the program, and that was with me meeting Rach Pedretti at church too, her talking about it. Finally went into this year sort of thinking I'm not happy with myself. I want to make some changes. So I had my box delivered on Jan 3rd, and then I just did it like really good, solid 8 weeks, lost 10 kilos, felt amazing, felt so much better. The last 2 months have kind of been a little bit up and down, sort of work commitments, things like that. But the last 2 weeks I've sort of been back on strict and lost. It's been nearly 2 more kilos again in the last 2 weeks.
Amazing. That's so good. And where to from now? What are you excited about?
Well, I guess now, like at the start when Chloe asked, would I ever want to share the business? I was like, nah, don't want to do it. Just want to lose weight. That's it. But now I kind of see all these stories and I'm like, well, if everyone else can do it, I can too. So that's why it like took me a little bit to put this post up tonight. I put it up during the call and I already had one person text and say, I want to know more about it. So I've sent her that video to have a look at, and we'll see what happens from here.
Well done. Oh, that's so cool. I love hearing your story. It's so great. And the power of social media, right? And being consistent on there and sharing your journey like Chloe has done, you know, and you've been watching her for ages, and that's what's going on. There's people that are watching every one of you that you just don't even realize that are they're going to be ready really soon and jump on board. So we just have
I forgot to say, sorry, I had 2 friends at work too about 2 months ago that saw I'd lost heaps of weight, and they asked, and I got them started on Isagenix.
Well
so I've done 2 people already just from them sort of seeing how I look. So
now it's time, and this is for everyone, it's just a step out of the equation. You know, it's not about you, it's about how you can impact someone else's life. And if that means you have to get a little bit uncomfortable doing a curiosity post, or texting a few people just to put it out there, then that's what you have to do to be able to show people what it is that we have in our hands. So well done.
Okay. Hey, I want to give a massive shout out to someone that I know, and I'm pretty sure she's still on the call, but I've known her for a fairly long time. She's actually just jumped on the call. Her name is Emma. Hey, Emma, how are you? I just wanted to give you a big shout out. Hey, do you want to unmute? I want to unmute you, and I just want to hear how you are. So Emma works, or maybe, I'm not sure if she still does, but I worked at the National Golf Club, and Emma was amazing staffman behind the bar. So Emma, how are you? Is it on? I think you're still on. We can't really hear you that well. Try now. Yeah, that's it. That's right. For some reason, it's not coming through, but I just want to give you a massive shout out and say, hey, thank you so much for jumping on. I know this is the first time you ever jumped on the call, so I just wanted to say, hey, it's good to see you. And, you know, Beck works with her at the National Golf Club. So anyway, that's so cool.
Hey, Grace, sorry.
Awesome. Hey, Beck.
She's jumped on a couple times, but like I said to you before, I know she's like I was a bit scared to you know, message a couple of people and get a rebate. So it's really good that she's jumping on with all of us. And yeah, just listening in. So well done, Em.
Yeah, fantastic. And we want to give a huge shout out to Brookie. Hey, Brookie. Brooke, unmute, Brooke, unmute. Brooke, 5 enrollments this week. So let's give it up for Brooke. Massive shout out.
5 enrollments in 6 cycles.
Yeah, I know. That's pretty epic. So we wanted to give a massive shout out to Brooke. Now, Brooke, you're in an ISA Derby team, right? And I'll give you guys just a little bit of a background here. We're in an ISA Derby team. There's Brooke, there's us, there's Rach, there's Rosanna, there's Nina, and there's Sarah.
Just explain what an ISA Derby team is, because there's a few new people.
So ISA Derby is you put a team together and you go up against all other teams in Australia and New Zealand, and your points are obviously put together by enrolments, people that have enrolled. This year it's about building 4 levels deep in your business. Anyway, so we chatted to Brooke a couple of weeks ago and we worked out her points and where she was at. And we also knew where we were at as a team. And I said to Brooke, I'm like, hey, Brookie, we're going to Nashville, babe. Like, we're actually going to Nashville. How badly do you want this? She's like, I want it so bad. So Brooke has literally been ringing everyone that she knows and getting completely out of her comfort zone, but facing her fears. And Brooke, I want to just hear from you. What does this week mean to you? Like, seriously, babe, you've actually earned over $1,200 part-time from your smartphone this week for those 5 enrollments plus 6 cycles. What is it doing to you, number one? But mentally, what has this done for you? Like, do you really believe that you can do this now after this week?
Yeah, so I worked out when we had that call how many enrollments and stuff I needed to get, and I remember looking at it and thinking, holy hell, I have to pull something out of somewhere to do this. And yeah, I just got into action last week and just started contacting people, and yeah, I had managed to get 5 enrollments. So it just shows me that, like, you know, I just needed to get into action. So it's given me confidence. I still find stuff scary. I still find heaps of stuff scary, but it feels so good to do it. You know, it's just that feeling afterwards. And, you know, I've seen the results now. I've had the 5 enrollments, but I've still got a long way to go. I'm not letting the team down. And I think that's what's been driving me, is that if I can't be the only reason we don't go. So I need to hit 7,000 BV so that we go.
Absolutely love it.
There's your driver. I'm going to be like putting you in every competition.
Yeah. But the other thing is, I also wanted to hear from Sarah. If Sarah can unmute, like this week, Sarah, you've enrolled 4 people this week, Sarah. Where's Sarah? Can she unmute for a second?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Sarah. So this week, obviously you're in a derby and you're crushing it as well. But this week, you know, a little bit of a different week. Like, you had a shake drop. You know, a lot of things happened for you and your family this week. Like, a cool thing is with the shake drop, and how we sort of worked it out was the fact that your father-in-law actually got 5 cycles and the 5 cycle bonus, along with you getting the 6 cycles yourself. You hit 1 star. You enrolled 4 people. We worked out all the ghost cycles, blah, 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 blah. But literally we said, look, yesterday afternoon, you're like, oh, I don't think I'm going to get there. I need 3 more enrollments. I'm like, no, you need another ultimate pack. And yesterday afternoon, she rings me. She's like, yep, I got the ultimate pack. I'm like, you're kidding me. So anyway, the thing is, 1 star, 6 cycles. You're a director, so you're doing double cycles as well. And I'm just going to let everyone on this call know that Sarah, part time. She got 3 kids, and her family has brought in over $2,500 this week in Isagenix. And we don't say that to gloat. We don't say that for any other reason but to really show you guys that it's possible. And Sarah, share, please, what the hell has happened for you, babe? And 4 enrollments this week, 1 star, director, double cycles, dominating.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just talking to people, I guess, about their health and health goals, and just contacting those people that I know that this lady that I signed up had obviously been at a sip and sample night. She was really keen. I got her to order a salted caramel because she hadn't signed up. So she ordered a salted caramel and tried it out. I actually ordered it for her. And she really liked the product. So basically, and then she had looked at a few things and was going to set up her own pack. So at the end of the day, what she wanted, and I ended up, signing her on the ultimate pack, which was really exciting. And got there. So just talking to them, really, it was, it's good. So it's exciting, and I can't wait. I've got some really great people starting this week that have got massive health goals that they want to achieve. So I'm really excited about that, and it just motivates you more. The money, it's awesome, it's incredible, but just to see where they're at and how far they can come, and how far I've come, and how good I feel after using the product. So just sharing that message with people.
Hey, and the other thing, Sarah, is it wasn't that long ago, Sarah. I think it was 2 months ago. You attended your first celebration event, and just share with everyone else on the call here how probably significant and important that event was for you, and for you to be able to achieve these results you've achieved so far this week.
Yeah, absolutely. It allowed me to, I guess, just listen to lots of different people's stories, which are really important. We've all got our story, and you resonate different with different people, and different leaders. And I really, found the few that I resonated with, and I don't know, just in not making it awkward, and I really sort of stepped out of my comfort zone and started talking to people in a different way, I guess, how I'm passionate, what excites me about the product. So I just made it normal, I guess. It's so important to get to events. I've just booked my ICU ticket the other day, and it's exciting. So get to events, everyone. It's important.
And finally, Sarah, you're obviously building consultants, which is awesome. You've got director and you've got executive in your sites. How are you getting people paid?
Just drawing out the comp plan.
You're
really.
not afraid of it, are you?
Yeah, they share. Showing them the steps to Crystal Executive, as they've just done in that thing. And I literally, I'm sitting down with some of the girls every week, and we sort of catch up because we've all got kids. And just, I'm like, what questions have you got? How can I help you? Like, we're just sort of catching up and doing it like that. I know I have one day really where I'm working as well, I've got kids. So, and I'm just like, call me anytime, ask me whatever you want, and just sort of doing that. So it's good.
Well, you're doing it, you're on fire, you're working it, you're in action, and results are starting to show. It's amazing.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to reach out to one more person on the call, and it's my man Leroy. Lee, you're in the UK, man. I haven't seen you on our calls for 3 weeks. I know that you've been busy and other stuff has been going on. Mate, I just wanted to ask you, what does residual income feel like? Because this week, you can share if you want how many cycles you achieved, but just share. We've been working together for almost a year before the UK launched, right? And you've been doing lots of work in the background. You've been working on yourself. You've been talking to a lot of people. You've been getting people enrolled, been getting people paid. You had Rach come over to the UK to really workshop a lot of stuff with you guys. You went to another event while you're over there in the UK. But just seeing, you know, the cycles that you were able to earn this week and seeing the power of residual income, mate, would you be able to share what it's done for your mindset?
Yeah, certainly. Thanks, mate. I think, first of all, just to reiterate what Sarah said, which was about getting to events. In fact, I've been to every single event that the UK's had since it started, and it just surrounds you with other people that are pushing in the same direction. But what I found is the UK, well, the POMs, as we call them, are really skeptical. So my funnel, if you want to call it that now, is actually people coming to me now rather than me having to push to them. So somebody, I think it was Greg, said at 8 months, you'll notice when your business really starts to take off. And there were periods there where I thought, this isn't happening. What's going on? And literally on 8 months, it just, well, I think now I'm 9 months. You start to see what's happening, and certainly your team members help. I think you're all fully aware that Sarah's fantastic at what she's doing. So that obviously impacts on me and everyone else in the team. So, but Sarah and I spend a lot of time working together and finding, you know, what skills she's got and what she likes, but she also gives loads of stuff to me too. So working with your team members is absolutely crucial. And it was actually a guy here in the UK, he's the UK sales manager, that said, everyone in the UK is just enrolling, but nobody's actually training down into their teams. And he's got like 30 years experience in the business. And I thought, what's he mean? And I had a chat with Greg back then about it and said, look, no one here is really doing it. I need to do that. So that's part of my weekly plan now. So the mornings are usually messages that go out to people, new prospects. The evenings are where I spend the time working with my team and educating them. And they're all different. Some need more help, others need none. But what you tend to find now is the business is built. So yeah, the income's not what I'm doing it for. It's about helping all of these people, and then obviously those people then help people with their health, and the journey's incredible, absolutely incredible. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Awesome, mate. Love it. Love your work. You're absolutely crushing it. And mate, let's get you to director, because that next bonus of director, when you hit 2-star, you know, you're picking up $1,000 bonus. Well, in Australian money, $1,000 bonus twice when you get director. But you know, that's exciting. So know that you've got bonuses along the way for all you guys, like double cycles, triple cycles when you hit executive, five cycle bonuses, 1-star bonuses. It's absolutely epic what they do for us. And hopefully you guys from tonight have picked up some things with regards to the systems. You know, we're constantly tweaking and updating those. If you don't know where to find them, it's really important. It's in Team Free and it's under the pinned post. All of our training systems are there. You've got a training system for 5-star service. So what do you do when your person starts with you? How do you support them? And then you've got a training system for when you want to launch your business and get into action, with all the templates and everything that you need in order to get your business moving in the right direction. Do we have any other questions? Did you want to share anything else?
I want to say hi to Jess Graham. Hi, Jess. You're on the
hey,
call.
Jess.
Awesome. I can't see your face, so I'll look for you in a minute. And I wanted to talk about Uni in Action. Who's got their ticket? Hands up. All right, that's not everyone. So who's yet to get their ticket? All right, guys, you know that this event sells out. So I would definitely be jumping into your back office and buying that, because this event, celebration's awesome. It's epic. You see so many fabulous people get up there. You learn, you get trained by amazing people, but it is nothing in comparison to David Wood. David Wood is where you go and you actually do the do. So if you're in Melbourne, or if you're not and you can get there, then you need to do whatever it takes if you really, you know, are considering this as a side income or full-time income, whatever you think. So book that ticket, and we'll all get there together. I'll be coming down. Greg will be here trying to manage the kids with a broken ankle, and we'll have some fun as well. I'm sure we'll have a night at Rachel's, or we'll sort something out. So really important to get that ticket.
Hey, what I'd love you guys to do from tonight's call is I want you to pick a and this is something that Jonathan shared with me. I thought it was really, really genius. I thought, I want you to pick a, what are they called? A partner. What are they called?
Accountability partner.
Yep. Pick one of those. So someone on this call or someone in your team or even your upline, reach out to us and go through that new setup call script and practice on someone. You know, really practice that setup call with someone, because what I noticed with Chloe was absolutely mind-blowing. I've never seen such a change in someone in my life from not wanting to do the setup call. So this is where it starts, right? Chloe rings me 2 weeks ago or a week ago. She's like, Greg, I've got like 3 girls. I got to do this setup call. And I'm like, yeah, cool. You're going to do it. She's like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, you're doing it, girl. She's like, well, I don't know what to say. And I'm like, okay, well, let's just go through the new associate checklist. And she's like, yeah, it doesn't really flow. I'm like, all right, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to write it out. So I want you to grab a piece of paper or write it out. And we wrote it out word for word. And then literally about an hour later or a couple of hours later, we had the call. And she said it word for word. And I've never seen someone so clear in her message. She got the person to do the you share, they share. She got them to write it out. She asked them to post on Facebook. They all posted on Facebook. So all 3 of those people that would never have written out you share, they share or posted in the past, all posted and were all super excited about getting their products paid, because Chloe knew what to say and she had energy and she wasn't fluffing around trying to go through their products and say, this is what you take then, this is what you take at 8 a.m. and then at 10 a.m. you take this and then maybe add some cheese to it. And then maybe she's not spending her time going through for half an hour, 45 minutes of what they need to do on a daily today, like on a shake day.
You don't have to read the scripts there, you just read it.
Yeah. So Chloe, can you just share once more for me how you feel now about building your business? Because I know this was just a massive shift for you mentally on building your business now, because you know how to find people. You're getting them on 3-way calls. You're doing the 8 why questions, and now you got the setup call, getting them all to post.
Yeah, so I guess before this, the hardest thing for me was I could find the people. I know how to post on social media. I know how to talk to people, and I could enroll them fine. But the setup call I found really overwhelming, because I was spending literally 45 minutes minimum on the phone to these people, explaining everything to them, babying them, not babying them, but like spoon feeding them all of the information. And then dancing around the subject of how to get them paid. And it was like awkward. I didn't want to talk about it, but I knew I had to. And I was probably awkward, so they weren't buying anything. Like it was a disaster. And when Greg said I was running the call, I started sweating. I was like, Greg, are you sure you don't want to run the call and I can just take notes and listen? And, you know, when we wrote down, Greg talked me through, I literally wrote down everything on a piece of paper and just reading it out. And then I felt so much more confident. I felt in control, and I felt like I knew finally. It was like the missing piece for me is now I know how to share with people and get them excited and show them how easy it is to get them paid and get their products for free. And then I remember getting off the setup call with Greg on this high, because it was like, I can't believe I actually just did that. She was like agreeing to everything. She was writing it out. She did the circles on the page. It was amazing. So then the next one I did was so much easier.
Yeah, and I think as well with regards to that, Chloe, is the fact that I don't know, it was just this complete shift in energy, the way that you started the call and ended the call. And they were just buying into everything that you were saying, like because of your energy and how passionate you were about getting them to get their products for free. So if Chloe was feeling like it was the missing link, I was feeling like our whole business was exactly that missing link. So I honestly believe that now we're nearly 3.5 years into our business, that this setup call script has been the missing link to exploding the business with duplication and not. So if you're enrolling people and not getting them paid, I guarantee you it's because the setup phase of your process in getting someone started is not enough energy, and you're not talking about the money enough and getting them to write it out. So follow that setup call script, because I know it's going to be a game changer for your businesses. All right, well, we've got Janice jumping on now, yeah? So
Yeah, we do.
awesome.
Stop
So
recording.
just, yep,